to Intermediate Level English Language Arts.
We have forming plurals of regular and irregular nouns. Okay, so what are regular and irregular nouns? Basically, class, a regular noun, these are nouns that you form their plural by adding s or es. Okay, so when a noun is regular, you just add s or es to make it plural. Okay, that's your general rule. Now, let me just go and refresh you guys on what general rule means. Okay, for those of you who forgot, or even for those of you who are new here, okay, when Teacher Vin says general rule, basically, class, general rule is a rule that you guys can apply to anything here, okay, and any of it, that even if it's not exactly the rule, people will understand you, okay? Not general rule cannot be applied on everything, but if you do apply it on everything, people will still understand you, okay? Also, it's actually the rule that most of these things follow, okay? Most of them follow this rule, add s or es, okay? Now, that's what I mean by general rule. I'll be using this term quite a lot later on, especially with the other topics. So just when I say general rule, again, especially this is used for when you meet a new word, okay? When you meet a new word and you don't have the specific rule of a certain word yet, you just use a general rule and you're good. People will understand you, right? But then let's go to the specific rules. What are your specific rules? Okay. Number one, specific rules that add s to the singular form of most nouns. Oppressor, oppressors. Laptop, laptops. Effort, efforts. These are general rule for most of the nouns. You add s. But in rule number two, when it ends in s or ss or z or ch or sh or x, the rule is you add es. Okay? Example: bus, buses; fox, foxes; inch, inches; dish, dishes; quiz, quizzes. Now, be mindful with the words that end in z. Okay? When a word ends in z and it's just one z, okay, you have to double the z first and then add es. Like, for example, quiz, Q-U-I-Z, just one z, it ends in one z. When you make it plural, before you add es, make sure you double the z and then add es. All right? Text number three. Number three, when the noun ends in f or fe, you have to change the f or fe to v and then add es. Okay? Example: elf, elves; life, lives; calf, calves; leaf, leaves; wife, wives; half, halves. Okay? But there are some exemptions to the rules. Sometimes you don't need to add or no need to change the f or the fe to v and then add es. Sometimes you just have to add s. Example: roof, roofs; safe, safes; belief, beliefs; chief, chiefs; chef, chefs. These are all exemptions to the rules, all right? Not all the time, but these are just some exemptions to the rules, okay? Next, number four. If a noun ends with y preceded by a consonant, when you say preceded, they come after a consonant, right? So when it ends in y and comes after a consonant, the rule is change y to I first and then add es. Okay? Again, I'll remind you guys, for those of you who are my students last year and the year before that, okay, I always remind you guys of this rule, okay, that the rule is not change y to ies. No, it's not. The rule is change y to I first and then add es. You might go like, but sir, that's just the same thing. Okay. Well, yes, the product is the same, but when you want to be specific about the rule, when you want to be precise about the rule, make sure you say the rule properly. Okay. The rule is change y to I first and then add es. All right. Next, number five. If a noun ends in y, preceded by a vowel, so it comes after a vowel, okay? Like, for example, key, toy, monkey, turkey, play, okay? They come after a vowel, right? The rule is just add s. Key becomes keys, toy becomes toys, monkey becomes monkeys, turkey becomes turkeys, play becomes plays, all right? Six. When it ends in o, right? When it ends in o, you add es, okay? For some nouns. So some nouns, when they end in O, add ES. Example, hero, heroes. That's HEROES. Echo, echoes. Buffalo, buffaloes. Potato, potatoes. Right? They are added with an ES. But rule number 7, some nouns that end in O, you just add S. Like, for example, radio, radios. Kilo, kilos. Bamboo, bamboos. Filipino, Filipinos, right? Okay, so for number 6, usually when they precede a consonant, usually, not all the time, but usually when they precede a consonant, you add ES, okay? But for rule number 7, right, sometimes, okay, for rule number 7, okay, oh, I clicked the wrong one. Oh, all right, there we go. For rule number 7, guys, right, sometimes when it's preceded by a vowel, or when you're talking about a musical term, or for example, you're talking about short terms for long terms, like for example, kilo. Kilo could either be like kilograms, right? That's a short term for kilograms, kilo, right? You have those things, or proper nouns, or even loan words, words that you borrow from other countries, right? You just add S. All right. Okay. Now, forming plural forms for irregular nouns are quite a lot as well of rules here. So let's go through them. Again, irregular nouns, on the other hand, these are nouns that do not follow the S or ES. They do not. They have a different rule. They have a different form when they are in plural. Okay. So number 1, some nouns have the same singular and plural forms. So for example, sheep. The plural of sheep is just sheep. Plural of deer is just deer. Plural of swine. Swine is a pig. Okay. Swine is just swine. Furniture is just furniture. Same thing. Number 2, some nouns are plural in form but are singular in meaning. That means, guys, that they're already plural, but they just mean one thing. Mumps. Mumps is just the thing wherein you have your bottom of your jaw is inflated, right? That's mumps. Okay, it's a sickness. Gymnastics, athletics, dramatics, mathematics, measles. Measles is also sickness, right? Your skin tends to have like red dots. Okay, measles. Okay. Now they're already in plural form, but they are singular in meaning. 3, some nouns have different singular and plural forms. Example, child becomes children, women becomes women, tooth becomes teeth, person becomes people. Right? These are different examples of irregular nouns. Number 4, some nouns are used only in plural form. So they have no singular form. Example, pincers. Pincers are the claws of crabs, right? Pincers. Pants, trousers, jeans, pliers. They are already in plural form and they cannot be in singular form. You can't say jean. What's a jean? What's a pant? Right? No. Okay. You already consider them as plural all the way. Okay. Number 5, capital letters. When you make, especially when you're talking about capital letters like A's or C's, right? Or even numbers like 15s or 30s, right? There are different ways of doing that and making it plural, right? If it's a capital letter, just add S. Okay. Or if it's just a number, just add S. Or if it's in lowercase, that means it's a small letter, you have to add an apostrophe first and then S. Okay? Apostrophe and then S. Okay. Number 6, compound nouns. Compound nouns are basically two words combined together, two or more words combined together to form one new word. So a compound noun is two or more words to form one new noun. Okay. They're either separated or hyphenated, right? What you have to do is you have to add S to the principal word. The principal word is the main word that's actually being talked about right there. Example, passerby. The main word there is passer, right? It has to be the plural of passerby. It's not passerbys. No, it's passersby. Brother-in-law, right? Brother there is again the main word, the primary word, the principal word. So that's brothers-in-law. Major general. General there is the main word, the primary principal word. That's the major generals. And forget-me-not. What's a forget-me-not? It's a flower. It's a blue flower. Okay. Forget-me-not. Okay. These are the hyphenated. This one is already forming one word, so usually just add an S at the end. Okay. And that's how you use you create forming different plural forms of irregular nouns. All right? Now, some foreign nouns have the same plural form as the original language. Okay? So sometimes when a foreign noun, the noun is foreign, right? It has the same noun as when it's foreign, right? So for example, phenomenon, it's phenomena. That's the plural form. Cactus is cacti. Datum is data. Radius is radii. Alumnus is alumni. Appendixes is appendices. Basis is basis. Oasis is oasis. Analysis is analysis. And bacterium, that's a singular form for bacteria. The plural is bacteria. All right? Now, usually these are Latin words, but sometimes you have certain foreign words like French words or German words, right? Which the English language has adopted. Okay? But most of these are Latin words, right? Also, some nouns take either the foreign term, the foreign um, way, or even the English way. Okay? Example, index. Index is a foreign word, but indexes in English, in the plural of indexes, indexes, but in foreign, it's indices. Both are accepted. Formula, formulas in English, and in foreign, it's formulae. Again, both are accepted. Even vertex, vertex, vertices, vertexes. These are all just accepted. All right, so those are different rules in forming nouns and making them plural.